What's up guys, today I'm going to be talking about some ways that in game you can save yourself a good amount of money. Of course, saving money while playing RuneScape is a great thing because everything is about money, all your gear upgrades, all of your unlocks and stuff, and all your supplies for PvM and stuff, and any extra rares or whatever that you want is going to cost money. So if you can save more along the way, then of course your profits are going to be higher as well. So we are going to go through a few things that you can do that in this video. And if you do enjoy, if you find it useful in any way, please do leave a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. And also if you are new around here, it is worth mentioning that I have hundreds of videos, literally hundreds. So go check them out. But other than that, let's go. Before we get started, I just wanted to let you guys know that this video is sponsored by Yahaha Studios. Yahaha Studios is a brand new UGC, user-generated content creation platform for 3D multiplayer interactive experience. With Yahaha, anyone can create and publish their virtual experiences without coding experience or server knowledge. Simply use the available templates, components, and smart assets in Yahaha Studio to make your dream games. Yahaha Studios allows you to create your own games by simply using things in the asset library to drag into your map. It is nice and easy and is all done through drag and drop. As you can see here, I am using the hide and seek template. This will load the map for me, and then if I want to change it in any way, I can do so. All I'm going to do here is grab a crab from the asset library, put that into my map somewhere, and then allow myself to be able to transform into this object during the hide and seek. As you can see here, I spawn my character in and I go and find the crab, and then if I just walk up to it, I will now turn into this, allowing other players to have to find me. I can move around, I can hide, and I can stay awfully still when people get close, and if they can't find me, well then, hey, I guess I'll be the winner. But this is simple and very easy to do. So if this sort of thing does interest you, then I highly recommend clicking the link in the description and the pinned comment to download Yahaha Studios right now and see what games you can create while making those trees go chop. Okay, so the first one we're going to be talking about is a bit of an upgraded version from something I mentioned in the last video, but that was about convenient items, whereas this one is about saving yourself some money, so it's still relevant and we're going to include it. And I have more information, better information, and that is going to be using the purple flowers, specifically purple flowers, to be able to use this as a bladed dive switch. So the purple flowers can count as a main hand, and if you use that as a bladed dive switch, it means you don't have to bring, like, I don't know, like a Drygor or a Tier 95 or something like that to when you go PvMing, meaning that rather than risking the money from that and having to pay that at death when you if you die, you don't have to really take anything. Your Excalibur is ridiculously expensive. It's ridiculously cheap. What the hell? Not expensive. It's ridiculously cheap. And your flowers are pretty much like absolutely free as well. So when you die. That being said, the information that I had extra this time is purple flowers can be augmented. The other ones can't be, but the purple ones can be. So you put that on there. And if you do have any perks that are on your like main hand Drygor for your bladed dive switch or whatever that you do actually use, you can put them on here instead, and you don't have to risk anything. It is so much cheaper when you die and stuff with death costs. Death costs are ridiculously expensive still at the moment, so this is definitely something that I'm going to be taking advantage of now. I'm going to keep that there. I'm going to augment it, put some stuff in. You can put mobile in it, you could put whatever you think is going to be useful in there, and hey, there you go, you can use that. This next one is going to be for players that have the Staff of Armadyl. This thing drains runes when you use the spec, like it absolutely chews through runes, and you can definitely save yourself a little bit of extra money by switching spells during the actual spec. Now, what I'm talking about is Insight Fear is not a cheap thing to use. 2 blood runes, 10 waters, and 1 soul rune every single time you deal damage, or every time you fire up an auto attack through the actual Staff of Armadyl spec, is going to drain your rune pouch very quickly, which then drains your bank account very quickly. Soul runes are ridiculously expensive. That being said, things like Exannuate, which is 2 fire runes or 1 blood rune, or Blood Barrage even, which is 2 blood runes, 5 fire runes, a hell of a lot cheaper than using Insight Fear through the spec, is also going to give you benefits too, but not only that, it's going to save you a lot of money. So what I'll suggest you do if you have the effort to do it, and also if you're wanting to save the money, is when you do use your Staff of Armadyl spec, you're going to want to go ahead and as soon as you use Tsunami and Stat spec, change to either Exannuate, which is going to give you stacks on that, so more damage anyway as well, which is absolutely great. It's cheaper than using Blood Barrage, but it doesn't give you the healing, or change to Blood Barrage as your autocast. Nice and easy to do, especially if you've got it on your action bar up here. You can right click and just autocast, and then after that, once it's done, you're not going to be losing any any extra DPS or anything, you're going to be getting more healing from Blood Barrage, and also doing AoE damage if you're in a place where there's other targets every single time you crit, but also you're saving yourself all those soul runes. And then as soon as your stat spec runs out, just swap back to Insight Fear, and that way you can start stacking up the good old Insight Fear again, ready for when your Tsunami is about to come back off cooldown. Of course, you can wait a little bit longer, so you can stack up just before it comes off cooldown, but you might as well swap back. I like to swap back as soon as the stat spec is done, otherwise I do end up forgetting, and it's not very ideal. So, swapping spells once you've used the stat spec can really save you a lot of money. Okay, for the next one, we're going to head off to the Grand Exchange, so the Max Guild will do us absolutely fine. We're going to quickly chuck away all of our stuff, and we're going to grab out of the bank just one of each supply that we use regular. So we're going to grab all of these, everything that's tradable basically. So we're going to grab these Vuln Bombs. This will do for the example, that's absolutely fine. Now, what you could do to save a lot of money in the long run is constantly have buy offers in for these things if you have the money for it, but on slow buy, especially if you're going to sleep. Why not? What's the point in not doing this? So if you're going to need supplies with PVM, because you do a lot of PVMing or anything like that, or if you need anything at all, before you go to bed, before you log off, just even while you're playing, just in a general thing, have slow buy offers in for stuff. So what you want to do is just offer like max for buying one of these. If you don't have any, you do have one, so you could just sell it, and then just sell that off. And then as soon as you've done that, just see what you paid for it. What you sold it for. 21,550 is what we sold it for, which means we can slow buy them for that price, 21,550. So then we're going to buy those again. We're going to do 21,551. And we're just going to leave an offer in there for, I don't know, we don't have enough money, but you get the point. My money's in shards at the moment. But you would offer this in there for the total of 10.7 million GP, right? You would slow buy them overnight. They wouldn't buy instantly, but if you're going to bed, or even if you've got some in the bank already and you don't need them right now, just slow buy them over time. It is absolutely great. You definitely want to be doing this to save yourself some money, because if you're buying 500, or let's say you're buying 1,000, right? Just to make it nice and easy. 1,000 of these would be 21.5 mil, right? 21.5 mil. However, if you insta buy them at 22,312, it's 22.3 mil. So obviously that's like 800k. But it's 800k you didn't have to spend every single time you do this, and you can do this with all of these things too. So if we have a look maybe at the blubber jellyfish, we'll buy one of these because I want to see the buy price as well anyway. We'll insta buy that. That's 4,800 if you're going to insta buy it. But if you're going to slow buy it, you'll be paying 4,680. So you're going to save yourself another 200k for 1,000 of those. It all adds up over time. And sometimes these margins will be big, sometimes they'll be small. But either way, if you're doing this and you're slow buying it over time, rather than just coming, this is I normally do this. I'm like, oh no, we got no Vuln Bombs left, so we'll come in here and we'll buy it and I'll offer the offering and it's 5.7 mil. However, obviously, if I didn't do that and I just was clever and actually thought about it, it would be a lot cheaper, because you can slow buy them. You don't have to do that. So this is definitely something you can do, and I would suggest you do it. Another thing as well is it's currently double XP. I'm going to include this in here. It's a bonus. It's currently double XP. Certain things like Vuln Bombs and other supplies like potions do tend to come down during double XP, so take advantage of that. Buy up some stuff that has dropped during double XP. Check the Grand Exchange price graphs. Vuln Bombs usually come down in price and pretty cheap. I would absolutely grab some of those up if you have the money for it during double XP to save yourself in the long run. But have offers in, slow buying stuff rather than insta buying supplies. If you're like me normally, where you run to the Grand Exchange, insta buy supplies and then don't even think about it. Over time, you're going to save yourself a lot of money. Okay, so for this next one, I'm going to come down here into the catacombs, but just take this as if I was doing a Slayer task. Clearly, this is not me doing a Slayer task, but at the same time, you could apply this to both things. There's two ways of taking this advantage of this. Now, as you can see on my gear here, I'm using Crypt Bloom, but I'm also using my Ganodermic Poncho here. The reason I'm using this and the reason I'm using Crypt Bloom in it at all is just because of what we're talking about. I have the Scavenging 4 perk on my Ganodermic Poncho. Now, the Scavenging 4 perk is really freaking useful for AFKing at all, because what it will do is it will give you a small chance of getting components when you kill stuff. Certain places will get you them faster than others, but if you're doing Slayer and you don't necessarily need like the best in slot perks for DPS, I would suggest using Scavenging, especially if you haven't already got like loads of perks on your gear and stuff, or as a low level player if you can get it. As you can see here, the Scavenging perk adds 4 direct components, adds 4 healthy components, and that's just from being here, right? Now, invention can get incredibly expensive, and this scavenging 4 perk can actually also gives you a decent chance at getting rare stuff. Now, if you get yourself a noxious component, like just from AFKing a Slayer task, or if you are just not really doing anything, maybe you're just chilling out and you wanna just AFK something for progress, you can come down here and you could use like an aggression potion to kill these off, and you can just AFK. It'll be super cheap if you don't use Incite Fear. Use like Air Wave or Air Surge, whatever the first one is, whatever, it's like Air Strike or something. You'd still kill everything with that. It'd be pretty much free. You could even just bring an Air Staff if you wanted to. You'd still kill them in one go. But you could save yourself a lot of money over time if you do get some of those rare perks. But that being said, even some of the non-rare perks are going to save you money in the long run. So using scavenging while doing a Slayer task, just assuming that I'm on a Slayer task here, is going to save you a lot of money. It really is. The amount of times that I've saved myself money because I've gone to go get, I don't know, the corroming perk or something, and I've gone, oh, I need to get myself some of the components, and then I've checked and I'm like, oh, I've actually got them already. That must have been from when I was AFKing that time with scavenging. So it definitely does add up, and it definitely can save you a lot of money in the long run. So if you're AFKing and doing nothing, you might as well. And if you're on a Slayer task, get the scavenging perk. It's so freaking good. Next up, we're going to talk about portable skilling locations. That is because there's someone running the max guild, perfectly timed for me, awesome, using a portable well. Now, portables, you can use them for many different things. You can use them, let's actually take a look in the bank, 1 second. I'm going to put away one of these, and I'm going to go to my portable thing, and we're going to check the skilling packs here. Now, in the select a station thing in here, as you can see, there's a lot of portable different skilling places that you can use, right? The skill stations. You can save yourself a lot of money by using these, but also you can just go to world 84, I believe it is. Let me just quickly check, and I'll let you guys know. We'll just put the player count to the top. It's usually there. 84 portable skilling. If you go there and go to the Lumbridge training camp, you can actually get them, most of them, for free anyway, but there's one conveniently here, so it's no problem. These offer a lot of bonuses, but they also, the main reason that you would use them for saving money is they do save supplies. As you're using it, it will save you supplies, give you a chance at also making an extra potion for herblore. With normal crafting, it can just save you some of the stuff that you use, or stay in your bank. And obviously, saving supplies or making extra potions is going to be saving yourself money. Not to mention, if you actually need to level up the skill as well, it's also going to save you money because they do provide bonus experience too. Now, they also save time, I believe, because you do process stuff quicker, I'm pretty sure. But the main reason that you would do this to save money is if you're even if you're just making some potions like I am right now, just use it. Just take advantage of it, because, hey, you're going to save yourself some money. You may get one extra potion. Unfortunately, I didn't get lucky here, and I don't think I got a single extra one, which is fine. It's all good. If you did like a big batch, you would definitely save quite a lot. So it's definitely worth using these, because you are just, it's just straight up savings, like immediately. You're going to get more potions out of what you use. There's no reason not to do this. They're free in World 84 at the Lumbridge training camp. I'll show you how to get to the training camp in case there's any newer players watching, and then you just have to hop to World 84. So teleport to Lumbridge and then run north, and it's just this place here. So once you get down here, whoop, that's the best surge in the world. We're going to come down here, and once you get to this little area here on World 84, there'll be portable skilling stations absolutely everywhere. So feel free to use those, and that's it. You just save yourself a ton of money from using those. Definitely get on that if you're not using those. If you're not taking advantage of it, you definitely want to be. And there you have it, another 5 ways that you can save yourself some money while playing RuneScape. This is going to add up over time. Not all of these things are like huge savings straight away, but they will be things that you can do nice and easy. It doesn't really take you out of your way, and it's going to save up a lot of stuff over time. Think the amount of money I could have saved if I stopped insta-buying all of my supplies. Probably could have, yeah, I don't even want to know. I actually don't even want to know. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, then make sure to leave a like on it. Do subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. If you guys can think of any other things to share on how you save some money yourself, then do drop them down in the comments below. And other than that, thank you all so much for watching. Channel members, your names will be on screen right now as always. Thank you all so much for the extra support. It is greatly appreciated. But otherwise, thank you all for watching. I appreciate that too, and I'll catch you all in the next one. See you later, guys. Bye.